All right, let's get right into it. This story, it starts out simple enough. A guy moves into a new apartment. But where it ends up, well, that's somewhere else entirely. Somewhere much darker.
You know that feeling, right? That little prickle on the back of your neck? The one that tells you you're not alone? But what if it's not just a feeling? What if the thing watching you isn't even human?
So this is where all starts, with a new beginning and a house that watches. So here's the setup. He gets this new place, right? 3rd floor. And the view? It's perfect. A perfect view of this old abandoned house across the street. And you can tell nobody talks about this place. It's the neighborhood's big, ugly secret. Everyone just pretends it doesn't exist.
And you know the kind of house I'm talking about. It's practically a ruin. Paint flaking off like sunburnt skin, curtains always pulled shut. There's even a condemned notice slapped right on the door. This place is supposed to be dead. Officially.
Or is it? See, that's the catch. That's the part that just doesn't add up because every single night, a light comes on. Just one. A single, sickly yellow light in an upstairs window. Like someone's in there.
And then one night, it happens. The moment where everything just breaks. He's up late, having coffee, just watching. And boom, movement. A silhouette of a woman appears in that window. She's just standing there, and then her head tilts. A tiny, unnatural movement, but it's aimed right at him, like she can see him. And just as fast as she appeared, poof, the light's out, she's gone.
Okay, so now things are getting weird. Naturally, he starts asking the neighbors. You would too, right? But the warning he gets, it's not what he expected. This old guy, a neighbor named Mr. Crane, he pulls him aside. And he doesn't just say, stay away. Oh no. He says, and I quote, best not to look too long at that house, son. People who do, stop showing up around here. It's not advice. It's a threat. And of course, what does our guy do? He laughs it off, right? Just some old man's spooky story. But you know how it is. That little seed of doubt, of obsession, it's planted. And that night, he just can't help himself. He has to look. And when he looks, something's different. The light isn't just in one window anymore. Now, it's moving. It's drifting from room to room, like a ghost pacing the halls, and it's practically pulling him in. And that's it. He can't take it anymore. Curiosity, obsession, whatever you want to call it, it wins. He has to go inside. This is it, the point of no return. So 2 in the morning, he slips out, crosses the street. The front door, it just creaks open. The air inside hits him like a wall, damp, rotting. And up at the top of the stairs, there it is, that yellow light, beckoning. So he goes. Inside, it's the sound that's all wrong. It's not just an echo. Every single footstep feels amplified. It's like the house has its own heartbeat, a deep thrumming under the floorboards that matches his own. He follows the light to a closed door at the end of the hall. The glow is seeping out from underneath. He takes a deep breath, turns the knob, and steps inside. And this is where the real nightmare starts. The room, it's empty, almost. There's just this huge cracked mirror on one wall. He looks at his reflection, and for a second, everything's normal. Then he freezes, because his reflection, it moves on its own. While he stands there completely still, the face in the mirror slowly tilts its head, the same exact way the woman in the window did. He stumbles back, terrified, and drops his flashlight. The beam of light dances wildly across the room, and then it lands on the wall, and he sees that the room isn't empty at all. It's covered, absolutely covered in hundreds of photos. Photos of him, taken from the house, looking into his apartment. There are pictures of him reading, making coffee, and the worst part? Pictures of him sleeping. He thought he was the one watching. He was wrong. He was the one being watched all along. And what do you do then? You run. He just runs. It's pure, blind terror. He doesn't remember getting out, doesn't remember crossing the street. All he knows is he has to get away. So, he makes it back home, locks the door, bolts it, waits for sunrise. He must be going crazy, right? He thinks the horror is over, but it didn't follow him home. It was already there, waiting. He calls the cops, of course. They go over there, they search the place top to bottom. And what do they find? Nothing.
No mirror, no photos, not a single footprint except for his. So, what's the official story? Stress, insomnia. He had a hallucination, a really bad dream. And for just a second, you can almost believe it. Maybe they're right.
But then he sees it, taped to the outside of his window, his third-floor window. A single Polaroid picture. It's a photo of him, taken from inside his apartment, watching the house across the street. How is that even possible?
And there you have it. The official report says it all. Stress hallucination. According to everyone else, none of it was real. It was all just in his head.
So he decides to get out. He's packing a bag, just trying to run from it all. And then he catches something out of the corner of his eye. That faint, flickering yellow glow. Not from across the street. No. This time, it's coming from the reflection in his own mirror.
He left the house, but whatever was in there, it crossed the street, and it wasn't coming from across the street anymore.